fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Deleva. I am Travis. It's Friday, and that means it's time for Friday Night Smackdown. We're going to find out the fallout from the Roman Reigns saga. That is the Bloodline and the Uso Penitentiary and Fidel Castro.
Is he going to go back to that attire?
Today. They're going to milk this Bloodline thing for a while.
Right. Hey, everybody out there. How you guys doing? Oh, you ready for the weekend? I am. It's Friday.
I thought Tuesday was Thursday. I was dead set that it was.
Yesterday felt like a Friday, and today felt like a Monday.
When I woke up this morning at like, God knows what time it was like 5 or something.
It was 5:09.
But I just went to sleep 3 hours before. And I was like, this is just a weird feeling Saturday, you know?
Right.
And I was like, I went upstairs, and then I was like, and I was like, wait a second. I didn't do the show last night. Today's Friday. And I was like, oh, crap. Well.
Yeah. Anyways, we got Walter in the chat with us. Hey, Walter. We got Jaco with us. Film is with us. Sophie's out there. Ravi, Harley, James, Sotelo. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight for the Smack-a-thon on peopleth. We're just watching what happened, the fallout from the Bloodline stuff with Sami Zayn, right? Because technically Roman is SmackDown man, even though he has both Raw and SmackDown belts. But he is a SmackDown guy, so, you know, the Bloodline really does belong on SmackDown.
He's the Universal WWE Champion.
That, whatever that means. Walter says, hey, Travis and Daphne, SmackDown good matches. Roman Reigns boo. Sami Zayn not with the Bloodline. Jaco says morning. Film says hello, Miss D and Travis. Big hugs, big heart to you guys. How are you all doing today?
Doing fantastic.
Walter,
Toasty Marshmallow starting out the show.
Walter says, I'm looking forward to new tag team champions. Yeah, Walter, you think that's going to happen? When? Tonight? Oh, is there some more of that tournament thing going on?
There is. Yes.
Is that last match tonight?
Yeah, it's like Ricochet, I think.
Ricochet, right? And Braun.
And Braun versus the Imperium.
The actual
tag team. The ones that actually deserve their spot.
Yeah. Sophie says, hi, Gabbers. Robbie says, hello. How is everyone doing? I hope your week has been good.
And Paul Heyman out there. He stopped and stayed and talked.
I don't know what that means. If the week has been good, Ravi. Walter says, rip Lanny Poffo, Randy Savage's brother.
Yeah, Lanny Poffo.
Oh, how sad.
68.
Did he have problems, or?
I didn't think so, but he kind of looked like he maybe was a drinker or something. I don't know what he died from, but he always looked a little swollen. You know, drinkers kind of look.
Yeah, they look
swollen.
kind of weird. Yeah, fluffy in their weird fluffiness.
He was one of the best, if not the best, on the mic of the 90s.
That's sad.
To be honest, I didn't know he was Randy's brother until I was older. And looking back, that I found out Randy's last name was Poffo.
That's funny.
And then I was like, so was Leaping Lenny his brother? Leaping Lanny Poffo?
Right.
Is that his brother? Yes.
That's funny.
And then I'm like,
oh, wow.
I would have never guessed that they were brothers.
That's funny. They kept that such a secret that nobody knew for a long period of time. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, well, nowadays they can't do that, so, you know.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Right.
Then you come out later in life and you're like, the genius was fucking Randy Savage's brother.
Wasn't he, like, when they did their thing for Randy Savage?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he on it?
Very articulate, yeah. I mean, like, highly educated, articulate, too.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he would come out, he was the genius, and he would do riddles, or whatever you call, like, poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he came out, kind of like, what's his name does?
LA Knight?
No, the rapping and...
Oh, the acclaimed guy?
Not Bowens, but the other one. Max Caster.
Yeah. Robbie's like, would you join the Bloodline for the right price? No, I wouldn't. Harley says, what's up, everyone? Been looking forward to SmackDown all day long.
Me too. I'm also looking forward to Monday now.
To see what's going to happen on Raw?
No, moments after Raw's over.
What?
Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, I'm like, what? Why are we looking forward to Monday? Not wrestling on Monday, then.
Oh, I mean,
James says, you had dinner? No, James. I didn't have any dinner.
I didn't
As
either,
Robbie says, Dee doesn't eat dinner. She takes a food injection. Sometimes I eat my dinner on the
starting it out
air
with a
and people
tag
get
team match.
upset because I really don't have a lot of time between when I get off work to do this. So
Yeah, she works across town and she gets off at 5:30
5:30.
here, and this starts at 6 here. So
yeah, so I don't get a lot of time to shove food in my face, so I usually starve unless I just take a few minutes to make something for myself real quick or heat something up, and I didn't have time today. Let's see, films like Here We Go. James says Roman Reigns is the head of the shitter. Sophie says I heard AEW is starting to do house shows, but it sounds like it is going to happen at random times. AEW couldn't get 1 million viewers. I say good. Guess who was on Fox News today? Nick Khan.
yeah,
Weird.
I did hear about that, but I just saw like snippets.
Bryce is in the chat, though. Hey, Bryce says, hello, Dia Travis. How are you guys doing? Doing pretty good. How are you?
Good.
You ready to
weekend.
start your weekend? Sophie says Tony Khan wants AEW to have their own streaming service.
Me too. As long as it's like $9.99 and they have them with the pay-per-views.
Yeah. If it's not and pay-per-views are more, then they can go F themselves.
Pay-per-views right now, last year, so in 2022, they were $250 for 5 of them because they did that weird shit with Japan, right?
Right.
So if they get rid of that one, which I doubt they will, but if they do, then it's $200. So as long as the app is considerably less than that or right around that price, maybe.
Right.
Because then you get other shit, but usually
Because
not.
they really don't have a lot of shows yet, even though they've, been
Right.
doing YouTube stuff and everything that they could upload. But, yeah, because Rampage isn't that old. AEW Dynamite's only, 3 years old,
Right.
basically.
They could do Dark on there and get it off YouTube, which would bring more eyes.
True.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it
Might
probably
bring
would.
less.
Some people might pay for it that want to watch it. Maybe it would make it feel like it's more legit than just some weird thing on YouTube.
And then they could do Rampage on there also. Mm-hmm. I don't know if TNT would let them do that or whatever. Turner, Warner
Right.
Brothers, whoever fucking owns it.
They might, because then they wouldn't, You'd have to wonder how much revenue they get from having that in that spot.
I'd like to watch it. Like, say Rampage moved to Saturday nights after the news.
Yeah, like around 6:30 or 7 or something.
Yeah, I was thinking like 10:30.
Oh, you mean late night
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, Saturday night
Yeah,
late
like
stuff.
late. So like if you're out at the bars, you would see it.
All right, they're going to start this match, guys. I'm sure
And
people
there's the
probably
bell.
want
Make it
the
official. We
weirdo
got
side
Braun
that's
Strowman starting it out with Da
not a
Vinci.
tag team
Is
to
it
win.
Da Vinci or Vivinci? I had never learned his name. I figured he'd be gone by now. This was also a guy on my list of guys that I would cut if I had to cut 8 wrestlers.
Yeah.
If I had to. I'm like, well, this guy, the German Italian.
It's Giovanni Vinci or Da Vinci or whatever. Giovanni Da
I
Vinci.
put Vinci, but
But it might be Vinci. I'm trying to look at his ass because their names are on their asses. Just saying.
Vinci. See?
Yeah.
V-I-N-C-I.
Giovanni Vinci.
V-I-N-C-I.
Vinci or Vinci. Yeah. Vinci. They
Count
better
'em
come
out.
up with something real quick. Let's see. Sophie said that. Bryce says, I am happy that I am here. Harley says, supposedly my dad has told me that he has worked with Macho Man Randy Savage and known this family when his family. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's way cool.
Be really interesting to know if that was kind of true. Huh? That'd be pretty fun. Walt says Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Ravi's like, D, it's calm. Eat your dinner on stream. Ravi, I'd have to go make dinner, and it's probably not going to happen. Sophie's like, Dee's birthday falls on my mom's 20-year wedding anniversary, which stinks since she only was married to him for 6 years before he died.
Oh, wow.
I'm
That's
sorry.
sad. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Robbie says, who is scared of this tag team, the Spitter and Jumper? Well, technically, I don't think they should be. And they're not really a tag team, so I don't consider them anything such. I don't even know why they're in a tag team tournament when they're not a tag team.
Watch this jump off the top rope right here. and watch Kaiser's head.
Oh, God, no. Oh, fuck.
He lands right at the back of his neck.
Well, it must have not really hit him. It must have just been the way the camera angle looked or something. Let's see. Film says, here comes Walter. Or should I say Gunther? Gunter. And Walter says, boo, Imperium.
Boo.
Rally is in the chat with us. Hey, Rally.
Hey, Rally.
How's it going there in England?
England.
How's it going in England? It says, hi, D. Travis. Walter's about USA. And Rally says, looking forward to the Bloodline story tonight. So good. Best story in wrestling for years. Do you agree?
Yep. Definitely. It's made SmackDown the brand. The one to watch.
Walter says, so next week, MLW, that wrestling thing, is on TV Real channel.
Oh, really? What channel?
Real.
What network? Oh, Real?
Real.
Like R-E-E-L?
R-E-E-L. Like a fishing
like a
reel.
The reel?
Yeah. Oh, my God. So we at work had like all like the work vehicles there. And one of the other places, we had theirs too. And the one marketing person who had left all the marketing stuff in the one vehicle that belongs at our facility. And so I moved all that stuff to the other vehicle that belongs to the other facility. And my coworker, he was on calls like all afternoon, and we were gonna take it up there and drop it off to the other facility earlier this afternoon. Yeah, we didn't do that until like 5:09. We left to go up there, and it's probably about the same like amount of drive from like here to work, right?
Uh-huh.
From that facility to the one up by the high school up there and stuff. And I was like, holy shit. So we get up there and then we leave. And what was I was going to say something. Oh, while I was driving the reel, that's what popped it in my head. No, I was driving and this guy was walking down the street and he had a fishing pole. Like,
hello.
There's no water anywhere, by the way. I mean, it's not like there's like a lake like really close or a river that he could, where he was at, like nothing. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing with a fishing pole? And he's just walking down the street with a fishing pole, like on it, like against his shoulder. And it had a hook on it and everything, you know. And he had a bag and stuff, like a plastic bag, like a grocery bag or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? Why is that guy?
That's pretty funny.
That real thing brought it to mind. I saw that. I was gonna ask my colleague if he had seen it. Like, did you see that guy with a fishing pole? And I totally forgot about it because I was worried about getting back on time, back to the work to log out, at least close enough on time. Film says, can't wait to see the ladies wrestle tonight, aka Vega and Liv Morgan. I think, isn't it? I could be wrong. I don't know, Film. I don't know what ladies are wrestling.
There's 4 of them in there. It's Natalya. What's the one that drives the tank? Shotzi. Vega.
And Liv.
Is it?
Well, he says Liv. But I don't know if Liv is in it.
I mean, it could be Liv, but I don't remember.
So because if AEW does get a streaming service, so it would be with Warner Brothers. Film says, and no, it's Shayna and Shotzi are in the match too. Sophie says they could put Ring of Honor on the streaming service. Sophie says it would be interesting.
No,
how
it's Shayna Baszler.
Shotzi
Black. I'll never get that name. Shotzi Blackheart, Zelina Vega, and Natalya.
And Natalya. So Liv Morgan's not in it. Okay.
That's those.
Oh.
That's the official. This is their shit.
Ah, they're official.
It's official.
Let's make it official.
We also got Charlotte and Sonya coming up later.
Sophie says they could put Ring of Honor on it. That would be interesting. We'd have a streaming service.
Yeah, they got a huge history. That would be worth
Ring of
it
Honor.
right there.
Yeah.
Put Ring of Honor on there, and now you've got a legit history of over 20, well, right around 20 years
of actual wrestling stuff. Yeah. Walter says DirecTV 236 is Reels. R-E-E-L-Z. Reels.
I remember it. I'll have to go on there and hit record and never watch it like I do New Japan. But that's cool. They got a TV deal because that'll take them to the next level. They'll be able to sign somebody.
Yeah. Daz Reynolds in the chat. Hey, Daz, good to see you tonight. Says Big Up.
Daz.
What do you think will be the main event tonight?
Anything
Bloodline?
to do with Roman Reigns. So whatever
And
they
he's
decide
there
to do.
because we saw him in the flesh. Ravi says, would Rhea have a long title reign if she won the title?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it could be really close to a year, if not more.
Film says, actually, no, Liv Morgan is not in this match. It's Natalya. Yes. Sophie says, no. Netflix says that the password sharing rule won't affect USA, not right now, but in the future. Oh, so now they're backtracking because everybody got mad?
Well, no, because it said that in the thing, that it's only doing that in 3 countries right now.
Well, they're going to find out real quick that those people aren't going to put up with it either.
I was going to let you know that McKenna said that she's not watching Netflix right now. So I was like, if you want to cut it, you can.
Yeah, well, I need to just at least put it down to the package below and tell them to go fuck off. Walter says AEW Rampage at 10 p.m. TNT or TBS. Usually TNT. Right?
Honestly, don't even need it anymore.
Rampage.
TNT is Rampage, yes.
Ravi says, Daz, all good, man. You.
Ring the bell.
Film's like, I love my Italian Selena Vega's armpits. Yeah, Sophie says, I don't know how long it takes to create a streaming service based on whatever the channel is on. Daz says, Ravi, I missed Jamie's today. He is doing the match tomorrow. Walter says, go Braun and Ricochet win. Sophie says, now The Rock is saying he is ready for Mania 40. Film says, hopefully Natalya not wearing any long sleeves tonight.
She will be.
She will be filmed. She's very weird about that. She likes to wear those whole bodysuit things that make her look hideous.
Look at this. Gunther's going to get himself kicked out.
Don't do it,
Why would you
Gunther.
push Ricochet, you son of a bitch?
Don't
Now
do
you're
it.
out of here.
Oh, man. Now you're gone. Now what? Well, I don't feel like the dumb shits that are there should even get a chance, but, whatever.
I have like a hair on my face.
Do you have a hair on your face? No way. You sure? You have a lot of hairs right there on your face. I can't see the other half of your face. I have no idea.
It's right here.
Oh, you found it.
Kaiser almost had him, but Ricochet kicked out. They better cut to a commercial. This is getting too good.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Did you see Kaiser's hair? Yeah, Kaiser's
His hair is like, poof.
It's like...
His gel isn't working as well tonight. Let's see. Ravi's like, Natty more plastic than Barbie and Ken. Sophie says Rill's channel is one of those channels people never heard of before. I've actually heard of the Rill's
I've heard of it.
channel.
They always had like the cop shows on it here.
Yeah, they always have different stuff
Like
on
that
it.
kind of a thing. Like the real life stuff. Like drug dealer undercover.
I think they had like, what's the one? Bad Boys. What's that one? Cops? Cops.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that kind of stuff. Like the real life stuff.
Yeah.
They have a lady that goes and gets in with cartels. And she interviews them.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
that's right. Is that on that channel? I thought
Yeah.
that was on a different one. But
Yeah, there's one and she does she works with fraudulent,
she does a lot of that
people.
stuff.
What are
Like
those
a
people called?
lot.
Frauds people. What is that called? Where they steal people's identity and stuff.
Oh, identity theft people?
Yeah, but they're called something. Scam artists.
Scams.
I'm getting close. Con artists.
Con
She works with
artists.
con artists.
Con artists. Film says, yes, Arm Pickering and Charlotte Flair. I can't wait to see the Love of Queen. And Walter says, some other YouTubers played the WWE 2K23. It looks good.
Well,
That's good, Walter. I'm glad they probably got it early because they're probably one of those type of YouTube player.
Yeah,
YouTube
you can
people.
test games and stuff. You just have to get a hold of them.
I was wondering about that because Luke came in and said that the graphics that they were his people were talking about were bad on that Hogwarts. And I'm like, I think it's because they were testing the game and it's not so much about the graphics at that point. It's about the actual playability of the game.
Right.
And when you go do stuff, like, does it work if you click here? Does it go there? Does it go the way it's supposed to? Does it follow?
They released a lot of gameplay over the last
They did. That
4
gameplay
days.
that we watched, I don't understand. I was like, what are we... I was talking to my colleague about it. I'm like, what do you think they're comparing it to? Like, what are these people that, I'm so special, I got the game before everybody else, trying it out and testing it.
I don't know if anybody's got it before anybody.
No, I mean, they're testing it or whatever, right? Because they release it to those people sometimes if they're, pretty big gamers.
But they just release, half-hour sections of it.
Right. But But is the graphics going to be that good? No, they probably won't be their top graphics for what they want to do and stuff. But my question is what are they comparing it to? What the fuck graphics are they comparing it to?
Well, I don't know.
In what game? What game? Because some of the new games that we've seen, the graphics are better than that Sonic Frontiers. It's better than that new one that PlayStation 5 that we got with it. Horizon. It's better than those fucking graphics. Yeah. What graphics are we comparing it to? Red Dead Redemption? Because those graphics aren't as good. Like, I just want to know what graphics they were comparing it against.
I don't know. Maybe it's just they were looking for little blurry spots or something.
I don't.
Instead of comparing it against something else, they were just comparing it to itself.
I don't know. I was talking about that with him yesterday, I think it was, and I was just, I don't understand.
Is he going to play it? Is he into that?
No. I'm the only person he knows that's going to be getting that game. Like, I figured somebody in his nerd culture would.
They're kind of a different type of nerd then.
Want to do it, but
they're more into like Pokemon or something.
Probably. But even they tend to be, other, but I don't know. So he says that 90s show got renewed for a supersized second season 2.
Oh,
Philip says
I'll have to watch it. I haven't even started any of that. I haven't even watched the 70s show. I figured I'd probably watch it first, but I don't know if I can handle Ashton Kutcher to watch it.
Right.
That's why I can't start that other one.
He acts as dumb as he does in Dude, Where's My Car?
Well, that show's ridiculous.
I know.
Stupid.
It's really ridiculously stupid.
I
So that's what I expect.
went and watched that when I was in college.
Get him. Damn it. I was hoping.
And I was just like, it would have been funny if I'd have went. I know it would have been.
Right.
But they came back. Dude. Whoa, or whatever. Dude, or bro.
What does mine say?
Yeah, bro, or whatever. Dude, and bro, or whatever.
Sweet.
No,
what does mine say? Dude. What does mine say? Sweet.
That's all they
What
did.
does mine say? Dude.
For like
what does mine say?
And I was like, are you just doing it to irritate me? Like, and I don't get irritated very easy. But I'm like, you guys, seriously, we're trying to get girls here. Like, stop.
Like, stop saying that.
Like, nobody cares about that movie. Like, ever. But I have seen it. It just was about like a year later.
Right.
Probably 2001 or whatever. But yeah, that show was terrible.
Yeah.
And then...
Get him.
Oh, Brainbuster!
No, get him. He's not
1, 2, and Braun
And
Strowman
Braun
with
gets
the
him off
save.
us.
But then he falls down as he saves him.
This is dumb.
You need that hot tag for the big man. Get the big man in there!
Daz is like, is Cody there? I don't know.
No.
I don't
Cody
think
will
so.
not appear on SmackDown.
I think he's just going to be a Raw man.
Arguably ever. Like, there's reports that he is not booked one time on SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Sophie says
That's rumors, obviously. There's no facts to that.
Sophie says last week a lot of YouTube creators played the demo build of WWE 2K23. I thought Pat is back full time. Why isn't he here?
Pat
McAfee.
Oh. He's back. He's just not back on the announce team yet.
Right? Walter says, yes, ref ejected Gunter. Sophie says, it seems like it takes forever to make a video game.
It does.
Film says, I hope not. The only person I'm going to be worshiping is Zelina Vega. Sophie says, doesn't Impact kind of have a streaming service, or did it dream it? Did I dream it?
No, they have something, but it's not like a real one. None of these places do. Even the UFC doesn't have a real one.
That's bullshit.
It's called Fight Pass.
I just saw, and I am not happy with any of this right now. I just saw what happened, and I'm pissed off to no end.
I didn't. But thanks for ruining it for me. Dick move. They have to give Ricochet a title.
They're not even a fucking tag team.
16-24.
They're not a fucking tag team. It's fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they're not going to beat the Usos.
Is good. I hope they don't. And if they do, it's even more fucked up.
Well, they're not.
What a bunch of fucking crap. This is the most bullshit fucking shit ever.
I mean, hypothetically, they could take one of the tag
Fuck
team
you,
titles,
WWE, and your goddamn dumb fucking crap. What a bunch of fucking garbage. Literal garbage. They're like, the Bloodline's a bad guy, so we have to have good guys fight him. Oh my god, go blow it out your ass.
That's how you work it. Heels
So fucking dumb.
versus faces.
Ugh. Chico's like,
Hey,
Batista
next
is
week.
best wrestling in the world.
That match is next week, and it looks like it's for both titles.
Vindicators in the chat. Hey, Vin says, what's up to Luther and Travis? Are you glad that Idaho will get to be 106 degrees below freezing? Yikes, I heard that's a new USA record, and I'm sure no living creature could survive that. Okay, we're done with our negative weather, but thank you.
You know, Mount Washington was 110 degrees below zero with the wind chill.
Damn, that's scary.
It's the coldest place in the country.
Well, yeah, I bet. Jeez,
They have
Louise.
it always is windy there for some reason. It's like just in a weird spot. Figure it's a glitch in the Matrix, and so they don't want you there. But it's always windy and cold.
Right. That's crazy. Dad says, which legends do you think will be on WWE 2K23? All of them.
Randy Savage.
Just kidding, I have no idea.
I know Savage is going to be on there because I read some stuff about it.
Nice.
That's the only one. So all the normal ones and then that.
Sophie says that password sharing rule, I feel bad for the people that travel for work or people that aren't home all year. That stinks for them. Well, if it's not happening in the USA, Sophie, it doesn't matter at this point. If it does happen, then people will be pissed. People are already kind of mad about it, and it's funny that they had to fucking come out and retract their shit and like specify it's only for certain countries right now. And if that's the case, they're fucking dumb. You know they got major backlash for that shit. It's really,
I saw
dude?
it on their thing, on their Twitter page. It was full of people saying, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and when I say full, I mean, like,
Every
20,000?
single comment, that's a lot of fucking comments of people saying, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, canceling mine. People already canceled it and shit. They're like, yeah, I'm not coming and doing this
I've
anymore.
been a member since 2009, and I just canceled, and they have a screenshot of it or whatever. You're
Yeah. I've been a member for a really long time, too.
Me too. Well, I was. I canceled mine because you had one. It made no sense.
Right.
Now I need to get one. I need to get McKenna one. I need to get you one. I need 7 of them.
Right? So we can't do password sharing. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. They're like, we need to make... You know what? You need to stop because you've raised your prices so badly that it's fucking ridiculous at this point.
Most of the people in there were like, well, what do I do in university now? You know, like...
Yeah.
Like, what do I do now? Like,
Yeah. Like, what do I do?
you want me to pay $20 a month on top of my college stuff?
Well, it's not just that, but one girl was like, I live in a van for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
she's like, I don't have a major Wi-Fi network. I don't have like a specific IP address that's in one place.
I think one of the things they do is the device you're on. So if she watches on the same device every time, you're fine. That's another one, is the device. It was a device and an IP. Mm-hmm. So if you have the same device, like your phone, you can watch it anywhere.
I don't know. It didn't sound like that to me, but... Hey, it's Charlotte Flair! Rob was like, D, get Assassin's Creed. It's a decent game. We've got a couple Assassin's Creeds, but it's not really my thing. Hassan is in the chat, though. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. How was your Groundhog Day yesterday? It repeated itself over and over again. Did you watch the movie yesterday?
I watched it today.
No, man. Robbie says from... You know what? Why didn't you say that last night? We could have watched it last night for a movie. Forgot all about it. I thought you had watched it.
Mm-mm.
And I'm left out. Yeah, she's not going to let it stop her. Robbie's like, from what my mate told me. Yeah? Vindicator's like, Hassan, I thought it was Hedgehog Day or Warthog Day night. Sophie says the pro about playing
Oversized
the
rat
demo.
day.
Oversized rat day. The demo game is that they could work on it until it launches next month. Robbie says, is D on a loop? Nah, it's from a movie, Robbie, called Dude, Where's My Car? Sophie says some YouTube channels get whatever game weeks early before it comes out to test the game. Robbie says a raw man, so Cody is a noodle then. Daz says, I heard the AEW game might be out someday as 2K23. Yeah, it could be, unless they forget and then push it back again to another day that we don't know about.
Yeah, I have no idea when that shit's coming out.
AEW game was supposed to be out, like, now.
Did you know that AEW won the 2022, what was it, Best Game of the Year or some shit like that? Like, it never even came out and it won an award. A most anticipated game or some shit. And I'm like...
That's bullshit. Hogwarts definitely is the most anticipated game. Fuck off. You want to know why it's the most anticipated game? Because they've been teasing about it for like 2.5 years.
Oh, yeah. It's been...
Fuck you, AEW game. There's no way. No way. Let's lie. Who voted on that? Who? Who was it? Tony Khan? You need to pay off a whole bunch of people. I'm paying off all these 10,000 people to vote. Right? I'm going to pay them off so they make it so my game is the most anticipated game.
Yeah, his dad's not paying people off. He don't give a shit.
Well, I didn't say his dad did it. I said he did it with his daddy's money.
So just writing shit.
He's probably just lying about where it's going. Oh, well, I had to buy this,
Daddy. We're going to buy some more pyro. I need some fireworks for the stadium.
He's probably mishandling funds. I would not be surprised.
Dad, can I use the football stadium?
Robbie says Michael Cole overselling this match. D. They are a tag team now. No. They'll never be a tag team. No. Vinegar's like, well, most tag teams randomly come together. Do they, Vin?
In
Do they fucking come together like the tag teams? The Viking Raiders have been a tag team for how long? The Street Profits have been a tag team for how long?
Well,
they randomly came together.
The Usos.
The Imperium. Usos. They randomly came together. Fuck off. No. If they're real tag teams, they don't randomly come together. They don't just say, you know what? You're a regular person who just does singles wrestling, and you're a singles wrestler too. You know what we should do? We should mush you together to make a shitty fucking tag team that's not really a tag team. They're just two individual dumbass singles wrestlers trying to work together.
Right. Don't
it's
forget
cool though
that Braun Strowman
because
was
this guy's
the
a big guy.
Champions by himself.
This guy's a big guy, and this guy's like a child, so it's a reminiscence of when Braun won it by himself with a child. Fuck off, WWE. Fuck. Jesus. What a fucking dumb shit.
Reliving it.
Oh, well, that worked out so good the first time. We should do it again.
Got a Super Bowl coming up next week.
Sophie's like, wow, that is a big shock. Robbie's like, Big Nose Paul, switching things up. Sophie says, remember Matlock? They are rebooting it, but with Kathy Bates as the star.
That's pretty funny.
That might be kind of interesting. If that's true, Sophie, that might actually be interesting. Phil says, I love my mommy. Oh, gross. And Sophie says, I'm surprised they were doing that tag team championship match next week instead of saving it for the pay-per-view. Well, it's not that important, Sophie, and thank God, because that means that they won't win. Daz says, what's your favorite genius moments? Genius moments? What does that even mean?
I don't really have a favorite because they're not that memorable. I haven't seen one forever. I just told you about Lenny Poffo being the genius.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay. Well, I don't know.
So I don't have like one that's just sticking in my head, but I just remember it happening. It was kind of when they were starting to go a little goofier with wrestling sometimes. They had like Doink the Clown and shit.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was goofy.
Why on earth would you name a clown Doink? Is it supposed to be
I think
funny?
There was two
Because it
and
sounds
Doink was
disgusting.
the smaller one.
That sounds absolutely filth.
They had the gobbledygooker.
No, the gobbledygooker, I mean, that doesn't. But Doink sounds filth. It sounds like filth.
Doink. Speaking of doinking.
Who are we doinking?
So Brock Lesnar, so in the script it was Brock's gonna get eliminated and then he's gonna go crazy.
Oh, was it really?
So nobody knew what was supposed to happen, right? Like they're like, okay, well it's Brock, and he can't get fired. So what's he gonna do?
Oh my God!
So
he just did whatever he wanted.
Throwing the referee over the barricade. Nobody knew that shit was gonna happen.
His look on his face when he did it, though.
He's like,
"Are you okay? Sorry." He's so funny. Too funny.
Yeah, that referee that he threw over the barricade was the referee that was supposed to hold up Cody's hand at the end of the match.
Whoops.
So he obviously did.
He didn't quite make it.
They took him out.
Like, he's broken, so not really, but Phillips like Rhea Ripley hearts, and Ravi says Rhea gonna get locked up in the figure eight and gonna need new legs afterwards.
That would be cool, but I doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah, Sophie says I don't see WWE coming out the same day as WWE 2K23, and Vindicator says hi, Film, as a Film has said hello to him. Film says armpit.
Look, they're at a NASCAR with his old guy in pajamas. I've never even heard of him.
Nobody cares about you.
Ross Chastain. I'm not going to watch a race that has a guy named Chastain in it.
Why is he French? Ew. Please do. Trip him and then spank him.
Clint Boyer. They have to label him. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure people out there that watch NASCAR.
He's a NASCAR driver as well.
I've heard of him. I don't know who he is.
He does commentating for NASCAR now.
Strip? Like even the infield
it's a drag strip.
Even the infield is paved.
Oh.
It's not a drag strip. It's a
sorry.
circle.
Yeah, that's the infield of where all they park and stuff. So like if you go and you park there, see how it has spots?
Uh-huh.
So like that's where you park your little RVs or stuff where the drivers park their buildings and RVs and buses and stuff like that.
That's what Trent did for Deborah and Jerry and those guys when he first moved to Indianapolis. They bought tickets to the Indiana Speedway and they went and stayed on the infield.
Yeah.
They have a freaking a tunnel that goes under the track.
Huh.
So they don't drive across the track to get there.
Nice. That's good because those tracks are like very like temperamental and expensive. Anyways.
But it looks like a small track.
And Judgment Day.
Gentlemen.
Michael Waltrip?
This whole race track looks tiny.
Yeah, it's small.
It's like a sprint track or something. Like I don't even feel like you could go fast. It looks fake. See how small it is? Wonder how many laps a mile is. Anyways, we're watching some NASCAR and WWE.
Confused.
It's a hybrid.
So they do have like quarter-mile racetracks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so they're really quick.
Is that what the sprint track is?
Yeah, it probably
I've heard
would
of
be.
the sprint tracks before, but God, do they have to do 2,000 laps?
Yes.
Because it's a quarter mile or whatever?
Yes.
Can you imagine going around something 2,000 times?
Could you imagine
The
trying to
wear
get up
on
to
the
200 miles an hour on a little track like that?
Can you imagine the wear on the tires?
Oh, yeah. It'd be terrifying. That's why they have to change tires so much. That's why it depends on the race. If you ain't first, you're last.
Ricky Bobby. When I get up in the morning, I piss excellence.
I think Rey Mysterio won. Good, Ray. Good
wins.
job, Ray.
Ray wins. Is this a precursor to WrestleMania?
I don't know. I gotta get caught up on all my chats, though. Films like Armpit Queen is here. Bobby says, D, does Flair have good makeup on? I don't know. I didn't really look at her face. Walter says, Charlotte Flair, woo. Sophie said, I guess they dropped the whole Usos defending the tag championship separately storyline. Maybe just for this. Walter says, okay, at 9:10 I'm going, but I'll be here Monday for Raw still in chat. Now, Robbie says, I've seen the film. Walter's like, Rey Mysterio will win. Robbie says, just pre-order the game and have it sent to your house. Films like Charlotte knows how to get me excited.
It takes too long to get here.
Yeah, Robbie says, D gonna play as her gal, Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter.
Look at the girls behind the commentators. Look like a Harry Potter group, right? Some Weasleys and some Potters back there.
Right.
Sonya Deville looking like a 10.
Sophie says, you have to log in every 31 days from home once that Netflix sharing rule does come to the USA at some point. Rafi says, yes, they do come together, D, randomly. Sophie says Netflix is going to lose a lot of subscribers once iRoll hits everywhere. Rafi says, look at Chad and Otis. That's random, D. Ha ha, ha, D, you're hilarious. Film says, Travis, let me talk to you, Travis, ...
Yeah.
Robbie says D Doink was good with his sidekick. Sophie says at this point or whenever the AEW game comes out, who would care to get it? Lots of people, Sophie. Ayla's in the chat though. Hey Ayla, she says, hey. Walter says NASCAR WWE. Film says NASCAR, what do they have to do with NASCAR? Everything, Phil. Sophie says about Otis and Gable, they were thrown together randomly. Walter says, you know what? Actually, Otis and Gable weren't really thrown together too randomly, you guys. If you remember right, Gable kind of like took Otis into being part of his little "I'm going to make you better" group. Like he put him into the academy, right? Then they slowly became a tag team. I don't know if that's really that random. Let's see. La la la.
Hello.
Walter says, "Hey, Ayla, late." Daz says, "Ravi, I might not be able to help Jamie tomorrow if I go out. I mean,
probably her.
If
so
in the house, I will help." Ayla says, "I am late. Had to clean the basement." Why'd you have to clean the basement? Gross. Sophie's like, "Judgment Day versus
She
a
just
New Day."
messaged you, but maybe it was her snap.
Film says, "Hello, Ayla."
Okay.
Ravi says,
I'll send
"This
it to you.
skit with Ray and Dom
Love
scene
you.
seems like a delete scene from a movie." Vindicator says, "Travis, are you going to watch any of Vengeance Day tomorrow night?"
Probably. But there's some boxing on, so I'll figure it out.
Ravi says, "Hey, Ayla, what with Bleach?" Daz says, "Gotta go now, falling asleep here." Sorry, Daz, it's late for you, bud. Sophie says, "CBS confirmed that they picked up the Matlock reboot for next season." Walter says, "Guys, race Ray versus Dominik." Yep. Vindicator says, "I'm hoping Grayson Waller and Priscilla Kelly, a.k.a. Gigi Dolan, win championship singles gold." Film says, "Vin, let me talk to you, Vin." And Raleigh says, "Did you see that Ivy Nile was a backup backstage for Women's Rumble? I defo would have preferred Ivy to Nia Jax." Jeez, are you serious, WWE?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. Sophie says, "He used to watch Matlock when I came home from school." Walter says, "Rey Mysterio won. It was like bleach and ammonia." I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to mix those.
Isn't that like napalm or something?
Yes. Raleigh says, "Is Ray back? Cool. Glad he would." Ravi says, "That must stink." Ayla, Film's like, "Vin, dude, I hope so. Gigi Dolan for the win." Ayla's like, "Smells great." Walter's like, "Boo, Sonia." And Ravi's like, "Ayla, barf." Film's like, "It's armpit time." And Walter's like, "Charlotte for the win." Ravi's like, "So, D, you don't think Otis and Chad was random?" No. I'm pretty sure they put Chad together with Otis for a specific reason, as in because he was fat. And Vince was like, yeah, we need to put him in shape a little bit more, or else you're...
Whatever happened to Drew Gulak?
Probably fucking Triple H probably got rid of him because he hated him so much.
I figured he'd be perfect under Triple H's thing. He'd probably have him world champion.
And it's like, "I'll live." Wink. A Film's like, "Yeah." And Sophie says there's a rumor that at Mania they're going to do another sponsor match, but no word on what sponsor it is going to be.
I heard it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I heard it was chocolate chips Ahoy cookies.
No, it really is such a... I mean, I really did hear that it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh.
Can you imagine if...
Post? Kellogg's. Who makes it?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm talking about Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that's it. Anyways, can you imagine Bray Wyatt and the whatever Uncle Howdy in a Cinnamon Toast Crunch match?
Is the Cinnamon Toast going to come alive and eat them?
He jumps off a box of cereal.
The Cinnamon Toasts, like, eat each other. They're cannibals.
I've heard that.
I've seen the commercials. It's creepy as fuck. Robbie says, "Yes, they were thrown randomly." Film says, "Let me talk to you." Yeah. Film's like, "Wrestling Gab is sponsoring that match, Sophie." Film says, "Say, Travis, are you going to go see the new Indiana Jones movie?"
Oh, that's why it's so small. It's in the Coliseum. That's where the football team plays there, the USC Trojans.
Yeah, so it's probably a quarter. So it's probably a quarter-mile track.
So it literally is the size of a race track, like a running track.
Yeah. So it's like a quarter-mile.
So it is 4 laps for a mile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a quarter-mile track. They do that a lot.
Real. Tiny.
Ayla says, "Been in my own house for almost a week now. The basement was literally full of boxes. Haha. As I unpacked, I just threw the boxes down the stairs." Sophie says, "Does Idaho have racetracks?" Why would we have those,
I mean,
Sophie? That's just ridiculous.
They have, like, dirt ones and stuff. We have a drag strip.
Films, I don't know who Ivy is. She is part of a diamond mine with Roderick Strong on NXT.
I didn't know he was still around.
He's on NXT? That's weird.
Roderick Strong's still around. Damn.
Janelle is in the chat. Hey, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle.
Hi. Hello. How are you? Raleigh says, "Ivy, Nile, NXT, Level Up, Diamond Mine, X Bodybuilder." She's jacked.
Oh, she's the little blonde that's muscly. I know who she is. If that's her. If that's...
Film says, Vin, you're supposed to say yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, we don't even have cats, Sophie. We have horses. Cars, not cats. We have cats. Lots of cats.
Lots of cats.
We have all the cats.
That's
they
why we
pull
have no
our
plague.
cars. I mean, our buggies.
That's why we have no plague.
That's right.
Bunch of witches in Idaho.
Raleigh says Drew Gulak is in NXT. Just to let you both know, he had a match on Tuesday. Well, there you go.
I
He still
haven't seen
exists. Rob is like, so Braun and Ricochet going to be tag title winners?
They won it. It's over.
They're the tag title winners.
Bookmark
They won it this week.
It's
so,
over. They're
you know.
getting rid of the WrestleMania plans with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. They're going to ditch
They're just
the
going to
old
get rid of it. They're going to
Bloodline
be like,
storyline.
we
They're
should
like,
give it to
nobody
these
cares about
dipshits.
this bloodline. Let's give it to Braun.
Let's give it to these dork fishes and see what happens as people riot and kill each other and kill them and murder them in the streets. They're like, see them on the sidewalk and they're like, I fucking hate you. And they're like killing them and shit.
Shimone. She's from Shimone. Is that what they said? New Jersey? Shimone.
I did not.
You're from Jersey.
Ew. Gross. She's from Jersey? Ew.
I used to think she was pretty.
Vindicator.
Charlotte!
Vindicator says, Ayla's won. Your horse's name Napoleon. Could he ever be friends with Leopold? Ayla's like, anyways, my buggy and horse are in the shop. Raleigh says, via jobber he won. Also, Apollo Crews and Commander Azeez are in NXT.
Yeah,
I knew
and
Apollo
so
was
is
down there.
Jinder Mahal and Veer and his partner. That group looks good.
They're like, you know what? We gave up on making it actually like a group where they had to like go and learn, you know, and like bring up wrestlers. We're just going to put all the real wrestlers down there and see what happens. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Triple
Veer
H?
is a
fucking
monster,
cross-eyed moron.
and he's the smallest in his group. Think of that. Veer's the smallest dude, and he's noticeably smaller.
Right.
Got ourselves a women's championship match happening right now.
Yeah, it's happening.
Should be main
Stuff.
event.
Ayla's like, my horse is named Philip. Is he a prince? Sophie says Chad Gable was partnered with Shelton Benjamin for a while. Robbie says, that's an odd name for a horse. Vindicator's like, boring. Harley says Drew Gulak Impact. What? Robbie says Sonya with a decent little rack. Sophie says, what does the word randomly mean to you?
Yeah, what is the definition of random?
Random? The garbage of Braun and Ricochet.
Random.
And they're not even a tag team. They're two singles wrestlers. They're like, you know what? We need two people to fight together in this because they just need a bye for this, and then we're going to give it all to them.
Yeah, they're not winning the championships.
Fucking idiots.
I mean, it would be cool if they won one of the titles. Not them, but somebody else.
Yeah, God, if they did, I'm leaving. Vindicator's like, yeah. Robbie's like, Flair's new music doesn't suit her.
I don't like it.
Sophie says not only do they put teams together randomly, they also break up teams randomly as well out of nowhere.
Like Bailey and the Riff Raff. That's random shit.
Yeah.
Io and Dakota.
Yeah. Like, they're singles fucking wrestlers. They were singles wrestlers in fucking NXT, and then they threw them together to make a tag. They weren't fucking tag teams.
Right.
Like...
They should have put, what's her name, Gargano's wife with Dakota, and put them in the Riff Raff. And then got Io and just cut her from the roster, would be what I would say. But if they're going to use her, they could have used her differently. She kind of looks like Asuka. They could put them in a tag team together. Maybe call them
Make
something
her
like
paint her face.
Kabuki Warriors or something. I don't know.
Make her have to paint her face.
Blow like pink.
Yeah, I was going to say, she has to blow a different color mist to people's faces.
Or she blows yellow mist. And so when you mix the yellow and the blue mist together, it turns green.
Oh, God.
And it's their tribute to the Great Muta.
Yeah.
And I'm done. Just saying, that's some old fucking booking that they used to do.
Vindicator says Sonya is trying to be Harley Quinn with her two colored outfits.
Tozawa and Shinsuke Nakamura, tag team champions. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, they look alike. What? What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean they look alike? They're from the same culture? Okay. You win. Fuck it.
Robbie says, I hear Jersey is better than being from Idaho.
No, you didn't.
Robbie.
You've never heard that.
Why do you insist on bending over and talking out of your asshole? Like, literally. Like, that's a literal thing that you just did. Rally's like, hope the gorgeous Maria Kanellis is okay. Speed to recover after she had thyroid surgery today.
Oh, dang. What kind of thyroid surgery?
Does she have cancer?
Well, yeah, there's so many different things that can be wrong.
Or does she have something else? She has noids.
Did she have like an
thyroid.
overactive, an underactive? Did they radiate it?
Did they have to get rid of it because it was going to kill her?
Was there a cyst on one of the things that pump out the T or whatever it's called? The 3T, T3,
a hormone
T3.
Or what is that called? Your
T3.
Yeah, but what it's like something like your food. Does it help with like hunger or not hunger or
fucks with your pituitary gland? I know that, but
oh yeah, that's right.
But it does. It takes T3 and turns it into T4 or something like that. Anyways, it's important.
Sophie says, "Is that Bray Wyatt's new gimmick? Every time they have a sponsored match, he will be part of it in some way."
Yes, that's the new rumor we're starting right now.
Thanks for helping with that, Sophie. We appreciate that. We appreciate you and bringing us the rumors that are happening today.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
match.
Sponsored match that he's going to have. Are they going to be naked in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Del Sacchi's next or whatever.
They're going to have women on the outside pouring milk all over them.
A hot tub full of milk. Loser goes in the milk. It's like the mimosa match. But it's hot tub milk. Is it curdled? Yes.
Why does it smell?
Well, we turned the heater on accident. We done made butter. I don't know what's happening here.
It would be worth the butter. It would be fermented, basically. Scalded milk.
Milk was a bad idea.
That's from this show.
Ron Burgundy. Milk was a bad idea.
His face.
Well, it's like 90 degrees. He's walking on the street drinking milk. All right, we got Charlotte Flair in there with Sonya Deville. Sonya just kicked her in the quad.
Ouch. She doesn't have much of a quad there to kick.
Oh, shit. Charlotte was going to the right hand. Sonya was going to her left side, so that kind of crossed a little bit. There's a big slap right there across the titties. And again. Well, she's getting him up this time. The first two were down on the leather.
Robbie's like, "Dear brutal, cross-eyed moron." It's true. Philip's like, "Let's go our pick queen." And Sophie says, "I'm surprised we haven't seen Bobby Roode back on WWE TV. He broke his neck!"
He had neck surgery like 3 months ago. He's probably not coming back anytime real soon.
He had neck surgery, people.
I want to see him get back with
Listen with your ears, not your fingertips.
I want to see him get back with Lance Storm, and we want to see beer money.
Isn't Lance Storm dead?
No.
Oh, he didn't die. It was a different guy.
What the hell would Lance Storm be doing?
I don't know. So he's like Dolph and Rude were put together randomly, but were they?
Yes.
Robbie says, "D, when is the new tag
show-offs?
team of Braun and Ricochet coming on the Gab for a random interview? Randomly never." Raleigh says, "I was expecting Eric Young in the Rumble and Sanity return. Instead, Nikki Cross did Women's Rumble thinking she's Ultimate Warrior."
Yeah, I remember her coming in, and it wasn't the best thing that ever happened, but it was an okay show. I just watched it today. It was on. That's what I was watching live today.
What were you watching?
The Royal Rumble.
Oh.
I mean, it was on. I wasn't watching. Like, I was in the kitchen doing stuff.
Why was it on?
Because I was testing out the streaming.
Oh, you were testing out stuff. Ayla says, "I'll give a definition of random. No one. Blank." Sophie, "There's a rumor about blah, blah." I was like, that's example, not definition. So I was like, hi, Ailey, try to be funny. And I was like, hi, Sophie, I don't have to try hard. Harley says, was Randy Orton and Metrical randomly put together?
Who was the guy? Metrical?
Randy Orton and...
Riddle.
Riddle?
Yeah.
I hope that's who you're saying.
Yes, that was weird.
Randoms.
And yes, that
they're
would be
singles
considered
wrestlers being
random.
put together. Any singles wrestlers being put together is randomly weird. Otis was a tag team guy. He was a tag team guy. He wasn't a singles guy. They cut his tag team partner, so they found him another tag team partner.
Gable's always been tag teams most of the
And there you go.
time.
Gable's always been. See? Not random. Really not that random. They were tag team people before.
Yeah, Jason. Oh wow, Jason Jordan was with him there for a while.
Oh. Robbie's like, oh, do you bring out the best of me? Oh, yeah? It was like, how are you letting Sophie body slam you with that comment? It was like laughing. Literally, no one would ever say Jersey is better than anything ever. I'm sure someone from Jersey looks at a dump and says, dang, I wish I lived there.
We're going to sell our house and move there.
You know, if
Like
it's
the
any...
Shire.
If in all reality, if a cartoon, Madagascar 2, the king of Madagascar's lemurs, is literally saying,
This place is a dump.
are you sure it's not New Jersey? Then you know that Jersey is a dump.
Sasha
Or
Baron.
worse. Worse than a dump.
Oh. Sony was cheating and still couldn't get the job done.
Sonia, you cheater butt. Let's see. Let's see.
Sober.
Walter's like, come on, Charlotte, beat Sonia. Hurt her leg. Oh, my God.
She is.
You want Sonia's leg hurt? That's mean.
It's
Jeez,
over.
Walter. So it was like, they broke up the bar randomly. Ayla's like, was it random? Walter's like, it's going to be cold weather this weekend. Boo. It was like last weekend was freezing. And Sophie says they also broke up Cesaro and Shinsuke tag team. And Robbie says Dia's going to wet herself from laughing so hard.
But
No.
that team shouldn't have been a team in the first place.
Yeah, that. Robbie, I'm not going to wet myself. That's weird. Do you randomly pee yourself when you laugh or something? That's gross, dude. Vindicator's like, Spawn is moving like McDanielson out there. I knew I should have taken my break. Well, I still can. Doing it now. 30 minutes. Well, it's over now, Vindicator, so you can come back. It's done. So it was like Kota Ibushi is a free agent.
Yeah.
Jaco says Batista is Hall of Fame WrestleMania 39. Probably. Robbie's like, Sonya doing so well. Walter's like, Daphne, breathe, don't laugh too much, and good, no rant. And Sophie's like, how many famous people came from Idaho? The people who invented your TV, Sophie.
Yeah, the TV
Yeah,
inventor.
the fucker who invented your TV came from our state. Yeah, so if you are watching a TV, guess who invented that?
An hour up the road.
A guy from Idaho did. Imagine that. Ooh, famous. Boom's
We
like,
have famous skiers. You ever heard of Peekaboo?
Street. Isn't her last name Street?
I'm pretty sure it's Streak, but yeah.
Street.
Streak.
Is it Streak? Oh, I thought it was Street.
It could be. I never called her by her last name. I never called her by her first name. I'm pretty sure I called her, hey.
Hey.
Well, she was always with Jason.
Oh.
Always with Jason.
That's funny.
Because they were junior Olympians together.
Nice, right?
They were on the same race team.
Phil's like, armpit queen Charlotte Flair. Go, Charlotte, go. Ravi says, is Rude and Big E having a happy retirement together? Maybe. Jacob says, Roman Reigns must take Seth Rollins back to be a friend. Yeah? Gotta bring him into his love.
And I don't know if Glenn Plake's from here or not, but he skied here so much that he could probably call Idaho home. And, you know, Bruce Willis, Demi Moore, they have houses up in Sun Valley. I don't know what you consider, like, from here, like, born here. A lot of football players.
Yeah. Ayla says, my cat got into our vents today and came out completely gray and brown. I didn't even recognize her. She's a solid white cat. She had to have a bath, poor thing. That's a random thing to bring up in a wrestling chat.
That's funny.
It's funny.
My cat's never had a bath.
I
He's
never
almost
gave
a
him.
year old.
I've never gave him a bath.
I don't know if I have any shampoo for cats, or if you need a certain kind of shampoo.
I have no idea what you would use on him.
Like beard dye?
Does he need to have a bath? Do you think he's gross?
Yeah, because when you touch him, his hair's stiff.
So he needs to have a bath?
At some point in his life, I think it's I mean, I know they don't in the wild, but...
Are you going to give him the bath? He doesn't seem to like water.
Well, you can't
as
have
much
it.
as
You
I
have
hope
to
he...
fill the tub up.
Right? A little bit.
Put him in it.
And then put him in it with a cup and then...
Without noise. You can do it in the sink. In the kitchen.
Put him in the kitchen sink so he can claw your face off.
Claw your face off from the ground in the bathtub. You do it the old-fashioned way and get shower doors, close it, and just turn the water on and leave.
I saw some guy do that poor cat. Poor cat was terrified. He was like,
no, they're usually
it's
pretty
gotta happen.
They're usually pretty clean. Are pretty good, you know, without abusing them.
Well,
so where's your brother?
You have to abuse him. I don't know.
I don't know, Oos.
What do you mean you don't know?
Roman's group isn't a very good group if it's just him and Solo. You know what I mean? Like if he loses his brothers.
Yeah, his cousins there.
Don't you find that disrespect?
Walter's like, poor Kayla. Sophie's like, this match is kind of boring. Foam says, come on, Charlotte, give her the pit stop. Vindicator's like, upset that a white cat's turned out to be gray and brown. That's so racist. Riley says, Charlotte never connected with the knees up. Walter says, Sonya, don't cheat. Boo. It was like, oh, Vin, no, she's naturally white with no other color but pink ears, so she was filthy. Walter's like, Charlotte won, yes. And Robbie's like, oh, yes, it happened once when I laughed. Not surprising, you weirdo. Walter's like, Cody did great at Rumble. Ayla's like, a lot of famous people live in Idaho. Robbie's like, hello, no one exciting comes from Idaho. Ayla's like, what? Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and places near there, I think. Film's like,
yeah, there's some killer.
Let's go, Charlotte.
It's up north. He's pretty famous right now.
He's a pretty famous killer. People all know about him. It was like Sun Valley, that's it. Robbie's like, do you bring the cat into the bath with you? Why would I do that? He's already curious about that shit anyways. He just doesn't like the noise. He's curious about the water. He just doesn't like it. Sophie says, I feel like Bianca will beat whoever at Mania to extend her reign past Mania.
It is WrestleMania season, Tribal Chief.
Film's like, the Armpit Queen won. And Ayla's like, I don't bathe my cat ever. I used dish soap this time because it was thick dirt. You don't have to bathe cats. You can. True. Ooh, he's mad. He mad. He's so mad. He's fuming mad. Mad. He's
Butch
so
and
mad.
the neck breaker.
He is so mad he has gray in his beard now. That's how mad he is.
Look, it's fight night. Brawling Brutes. Butch and the neck breaker.
Oh, that's
What
true.
the hell's his name again? They had him off TV for so long that I forgot his name. Fuck.
Onesie Man?
I got him. That's Butch. Ridge. Jesus.
What's his name? Oh, a type of landscape. A ridge.
An estate or a country.
What the fuck?
He's from Holland.
Is he Dutch? Sharon Williams in the chat. Hey, Sharon says, Tywell, I am's Arcaboo. Nice. Sophie says, is it weird that SmackDown women are competing for a Raw Women's Championship match at Mania? Sure. Picola's in the chat, though. Hey, Picola. He says, hey, guys, how's the show? And as Ayla answered, it's random. That's true. It's random. Film's like, Piccola, did you see Charlotte's armpits? Ah, she won. And Sophie's like, Cody won't be appearing on any SmackDown episodes leading into Mania. Now we have random. Piccola's like, I figure taking a break from it tonight. Sophie, Ayla says, Sophie told us it's random. That's how I know. So it's like, Randy was with FTR for a time when they were with the WWE. Robbie says, D, I have gray in my beard. What does that mean? You're old. Pickle's like, I see. Then I will take it as gospel. It was like, Robbie, it means you're strange. Robbie's like, message retracted. It's like, you should, Fat Lisa. Sophie says, my birthday was awesome yesterday. I had wings for dinner and watched random shows. That's the problem with not having wrestling on my birthday because I didn't know what to watch.
I understand that dilemma. Did you watch Groundhog's Day?
Random. Pickle's like, hey, I have gray and I wear it like a badge of honor. You better wear that bullshit like a badge of honor. You earned every one of those gray hairs, Piccola. Every one of them. Film's like, Piccola, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Big hugs, big heart to you. Robbie says, D, your accent is funny. LOL. Is he Dutch? Ayla's like, Fat Lisa, you're not strange. You're in the clear. Finally caught up with, oh, there's one more. It was like, Robbie isn't because he's under 5 foot. He keeps saying I think he's over, but lies.
Shingles doesn't care.
Shingles doesn't care who the fuck he was. They're going to give it to you anyways.
People are getting shingles because they vaccinate their children for chickenpox.
It's true. The natural chickenpox virus isn't around that much anymore.
And so people
and nobody
can't
gets
build up
exposed
an
to
immunity.
it.
How long is it going to be for a disease to come back and take everybody out once the pharmaceutical companies are all dead?
Once they tell them that they can't do anything because they're overstepping their bounds.
Well, I'm just saying if there's a big something that happens, comet or something.
Ooh, yeah.
It just wipes out most of everything. People aren't going to, like, who the hell's going to know what to do? You know who's going to know what to do? People in South America, people in Africa. Like, oh, they all died?
Oh, do not live our lives.
South America, they're just down there.
Just
and then guess what? They
polluting
lost
the air and doing whatever.
All technology's gone. And then they migrate, and then in 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 years, they're like, look at this land we discovered. They start digging shit up.
Like, ooh, what is this? Oh,
that'll be
what
long
a plastic
gone.
device.
All this shit's gone.
I don't know. It's metal. It might not completely disintegrate.
It'll rust away, unless it's left in a cave. They find Homeboy in a cave down in Utah. It's still there.
That's true. They did leave him there. Yeah. They just stuffed it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
He would still be there, too, because I bet he's, like, mummified, poor guy.
And his phone and shit. That would all be there. That'd be fine.
That'd be terrifying. P-Call's like, thanks, film. Robbie says, Sophie, Ayla has your present in the post. Sophie says, I feel like this is a long con by Jey Uso, and we will find out where he truly stands soon. Ayla's like, well, you know, men, they say they're 5'4", but really they're 4'10". Robbie says, go gray isn't that bad. I do think so.
Sarah Logan.
I don't think so.
Sarah Logan's new character is so fucking weird.
Who?
Sarah Logan.
Oh, yeah, that's strange. So he's like, Solo looks very sad. Vindicator says, hope to go through my entire life without shingles so I can continue to eat Pringles potato chips.
Yes.
You know that Pringles aren't really potato chips?
Are they not made out of potatoes?
They're not really called chips. They're crisps. They're not really chips.
This isn't Europe. Don't throw your European words
They're
at me.
literally not really chips.
Don't want to hear your European.
I'm not talking about European type stuff. I'm talking about what they are. Ayla says Ravi, a silver fox is nice, not a silver prairie dog. Pickle says this entire chat is filled with silver foxes.
Silver Fox was a weird place. I used to go there and buy shirts.
She was talking about men with gray hair, sweetie.
Oh.
Gray.
It was better as a porn shop. Here in town. It was like an adult store, but that was all in the back. So you could go in still when you were underage. You just had the whole store on the right. And it was pretty cool. They sold cool shirts and stuff.
They had posters and shirts. And
I got my
like gag gifts.
My
and
Big
shit.
Johnson shirts that would
Yeah,
get
they
me
have
thrown
those
out of
there.
school all the time.
Yeah. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there and warm, Walter.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
Yeah.
That was one of my shirts that I have.
Sophie says the new Black Panther movie dropped on Disney Plus this week.
Nice.
Ew.
Is that the Wananda? Wanakota?
Pickle says I wanted to watch something with substance. Seen like 30 minutes of The Aviator, then I fell asleep. Wow. Well, that's some substance. Now you know what substance means. Sleep time. I'm just kidding.
Ivar's just beating the shit out of poor Butch.
Do it.
I did start this.
Ayla says I got shingles when I was 22 from stress. It was on the back of my neck. Thought I burnt myself with my hair tools, but it wouldn't go away. Went to doctor and they said shingles. Yeah, it crops up on nerves in certain places. Pico says, but instead I moved on, just watched funny dog vids. There you go. Vindicator says, Travis, what year did you get rid of your flip phone? They are bringing them back as a combo with modern smartphones. Yeah, like Samsung already has a flip
13, I think, or was it 12? It was 12 or 13 is when I got rid of mine.
His rotary phone.
I got my first phone was a 2-year-old Samsung Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
It was about 2 years old at the time. So whatever that came out, plus 2. That was my first phone, and I still have it, and it is not cracked or broken.
Yep.
It broke multiple times, the back, because I'd take it off because I would charge batteries because the charging port was broken. Yep. So I got this wall charger, and I bought extra batteries, and I would just charge
the batteries. He had like 2 or 3 batteries.
Yeah, and then I would just cycle the batteries. And so then when my phone would die, I'd just pop the back off, pull the battery out, put a new battery in, pop the back on, and go back.
Sophie's like, the New Day got put together randomly. Oh my God. You know what? Stop trying to make fetch happen.
They put themselves together to save their careers because they were all about to go out the door. And it worked. Thank goodness, because I am glad that the New Day happened. Now they can go away unless they're going to bring Big E back. If they're not going to bring Big E back, then let them go.
Sounds like Piccolo, you're welcome, friend. Robbie says, Ayla, did you DIY your hair to match? What? Ayla's like, match what? Sophie's like, my dog doesn't like baths.
Your shingles?
Robbie's like, to match. Right, like, what are you talking about? Robbie, she got shingles. Thought she had burnt herself, but it wasn't a burn. What is she matching? Pickle's like, when do you think pagers are making a comeback? Are they still around, Pickle? I'm pretty sure that doctors use them still.
Field.
I'm pretty sure they still use them.
I would assume drug dealers still use them. And then they call you back on their bait phones or whatever those phones are.
Yeah.
The throwaway
phones.
Almost 90% sure that that's what they do.
I'm sure they do. So if it says the men's elimination chamber right now feature former NXT guys and former NXT champions.
Burner phones.
Yeah, that's it. I was trying to think of it while I was talking. Bryce says, okay, guys, going to go. Phone's about to die later, guys. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Have a fantastic weekend.
We'll be here on Monday.
We'll be here Monday, though. Hopefully you can join us. Pickle says, Paul Heyman's original gimmick was Paul E. Dangerously, and sometimes he would have people with a brick cell phone from the early 90s.
Love that brick cell phone. The Zach Morris phone, and he carried that thing around all the time.
Ayla's like, shingles was awful. Pain couldn't turn my head without sharp burning pain. Went away after 2 to 3 weeks. I can't remember exactly. Ew. Film's like, bye, Brass. Peace to you. Sophie says, I never took a big break from wrestling. Films like, Piccolo, so if there was a place that you want to visit, where would it be? And Robbie says Dee tried to make fetch happen, but realized she was in public. Robbie, you don't even know what we're talking about. Stop. Oh my God, dude. You're just embarrassing yourself now. Piccolo's like, probably Italy. Sophie says, admit, I never took a big break from watching wrestling.
Oh. I need to take a break from wrestling.
Me too. My back hurts. No, I'm just kidding. Film says,
been carrying it for months. Over 36 months.
Mine would be Ohio. What the fuck, Phil?
Phil's going to Ohio. He's like, I'm off. My dream vacation.
Is it Branson? Are you going to Branson? That's such a strange place to say. There was a place place that you want to visit, where would it be? Ohio? Like, what? Pickle's like, Italy. Travis is like, Greece, bitches. I'm over here like, Ireland. Scotland.
Well, yeah.
Any of the Scandinavian countries, possibly. Take me to Norway.
I just want to go to Greece and walk where.
And Phil's over here like, Ohio.
Ohio.
That's cute as fuck. Ohio. I'm gonna go to Ohio.
Like, you can do that on a weekend.
Right? Like, I mean, depending on how close you were to it, right? But. Oh, Phil. Oh, buddy. Love
Going to
death.
Utah.
Oh, my God. If there was any place that you want to go to, where would it be? Colorado.
I want to go to the hidden pyramids under the Hoover Dam.
I love it. Oh, you're so cute, Phil. You goof.
I want to go to Arizona.
It was like hair tools, like a flat iron or curling iron. That was when my grandpa passed and I worked at 2 a.m. I can't remember much from stress. Yeah, film says cool peacock. I would love to go to Italy too. It was like, that's so not fascist. Sophie says my mom's girlfriend hates wrestling so much. When I began to watch the Rumble this past Saturday, she walked out and went right to her room. Well, that's one way to get rid of people.
Yeah, that you can just turn it on anytime you want. Clear out the house.
Robbie says, D, so it should be women's champion. I don't fucking know, dude. The people that are. Harley says, does anyone know how Jade is doing and how the twin babies are doing? Is there any updates?
No. Not.
Last time,
he
well.
had texted me on Twitter, and he just
DM.
said, what?
Didn't he DM you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, seriously.
Well, I just.
I'm nitpicking texting.
I'm
and
just making sure. Well, okay.
anyways, and all he said was that she's going to be released soon, but the kids are still in the NICU.
Okay, so she's out of their induced coma that they put her in and stuff. So it sounds like Jade is doing better, and that the twins are still in the NICU. So they're doing, they're doing good. He needs to be careful because that's somebody else he's playing with that has had a broken neck before.
He's not doing anything that can hurt his neck.
You don't know that?
But yeah, he had a neck injury. He was out for like, what, a year, 9 months, something like that?
Almost, yeah. Pico says, I would like to check out the Pacific Asian area, you know, Vietnam, Laos, Japan, Korea. Those would be good places,
Love
too.
it, yeah. I want to go check out the crocodiles down there.
Robbie says, Alo,
Not kidding, by the way.
Why do you want fetch to happen? You mean in the Philippines?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just that area. They go all the way up and down.
Oh, that's true. Philip says, oh, okay, right on, Picola. Sophie says, I just turned 38 and have to wake up early tomorrow to go to the Busch Gardens to meet my roommate's friends.
Nice.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Meet those friends.
Get up early. Ayla says, raise your hand if you're personally victimized by Ravi. Personally, totally victimized by him. He talks out of his butt on a constant basis. Sophie says, when do you get flu shots? I don't.
I've never had one. I wouldn't know.
I will never get another one.
I think you get them in like November, maybe.
Yeah.
I think flu season's January. So anytime in the
I think flu season is all the time, but sure.
I've got the flu, the worst I've ever, well, not the worst, but one of the worst I ever had it was in June.
Exactly.
But it was the first part of June.
What you doing, kitty cat? Pickle's like, oh, I should have said stateside. Let's say Delaware. Sophie says Chris Jericho started his wrestling cruise this week. Robbie says, D, so you recommend to go to Ohio? No, I fucking don't recommend to go to Ohio. Did you scare yourself trying to get your little toy over the thing, huh? Yeah. Pickle's like, hand in air. It was like, I don't know. I always wanted to see Iowa. It was like hand in air. Sophie says, how do you know when it is a bad movie to watch when you watch it from home instead of watching it in theaters? I don't know. What? Ravi raised his hand. He has been victimized by himself. Oh
Here
my
it is,
God.
guys. This match is over.
Terrible.
Butch had a no chance right there. A double power bomb.
That's funny.
10:29.
So he says,
Ooh,
a flip phone.
should I go
What
10:30?
is this, the year 2001?
Look at that. 9-4.
Ooh, yeah.
Round up. 10 minutes, 30
Sophie,
seconds.
considering that Samsung has a Z Flip, flip phones are still a thing. Piccolo says, haha, Robbie, it's all love. It was like one of the Dakotas sounds cool. Robbie's like,
Yeah.
crying. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, definitely go to Dakota for Biker Week, you know, the whole Sturgis thing.
Yeah.
And there's a big ancient tree up there.
Yes. True.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
No, there's like, it's a big pillar. It's very famous. It's just like a giant mountain in the middle of nowhere. But it looks like a tree stump.
Yeah.
It's in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yes.
So a lot of people believe it's a tree. And it was giants.
A giant tree. That's funny. Ayla says, no flu shots for me either.
They're called a Mesa.
Basically made me when I was pregnant and boom, sick as fuck.
Yeah, I always get sick when I do flu shots. But I've
So
never
they
had
say,
one, but I hear
so
people
this
do
is
that.
this is what they like to tell people. If you get sick from the shot, that means you had the flu before you got the shot. And I'm like, bullshit. I got the motherfucking shot and 2 weeks later I got the fucking flu. And it was the worst flu of my entire life. I was like, never fucking again. And I haven't gotten a flu shot since. You know how many times I've gotten the flu since then? You want to know how many times?
Look at this.
Once.
I don't know if I get the flu. I don't go get tested, so I don't know if I have the flu or a really
You
bad
know
cold.
you have the flu.
Well,
because
yeah,
if
I
your body
hallucinate.
aches and you get like a fever and that kind of shit and you feel like, you know you have that
I had
flu.
that same thing when I had the COVID. It's supposed to not be a flu.
Yeah, but in some people
It
does.
wasn't as bad though. I've been way worse.
I bet
sick.
you anything that all the muscle aches you had were not from it. I bet it was from doing all those sticks and stuff though. It was completely different.
I get that I had that too. It was compounded. My body was tore up.
Films like, and the Viking leaders won. Yes, they did. Robbie says, I had the flu jab last year at my work and was the most pointless thing ever, so never bothered again. D, I looked in the mirror and got scared. You know what, Robbie? It doesn't surprise me. So if it's like with certain shows, it doesn't take that much to annoy my mom's girlfriend. Sometimes it takes an episode or two of shows before she says she is done watching it. Ayla says, Black Friday is the best place on earth. Sophie says, when I watch shows by myself, I don't have to worry about how loud a show or movie is when I watch it.
Yeah, it's true. And that's a good place to be.
Riley says, D, oh, look, another random tag team, Drew and the fella.
Like, I keep Dalitha scared when she watches TV, so she has to keep it at a certain volume. It's just about control.
You're so full of garbage.
Like, I give shit. The only time I get upset is when I'm talking during a commercial and it's screaming. I'm like, what the fuck?
That. I couldn't hear the show.
Bray Wyatt in a rocking
Rocking
chair.
chair.
I have one of those chairs. I should go get it.
Was that supposed to be a jump scare? Because I wasn't
You
scared.
didn't know?
Film's like, I want to marry her, the Charlotte lady. Yay, with her armpits. You just want to marry her armpits,
Here
though?
comes
That's gross.
Shotzi in her TCB.
What is that? What's DCB? Is that drugs?
Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business in any way.
Robbie
Taking
says
care of business.
influenza. Yeah. Film says, but I will marry Bliss first and then Charlotte. Are you killing one of them and then and marrying the next one? Or...
So the next question I have about this match is, who's going to win? So Zelina Vega is the best one in there, right? Talent-wise?
I don't know. Well, I don't know, Natalia. They aren't going to push her or anything like that, but Natalia's pretty talented.
So Natalia could win just out of nostalgia, but that's weird.
I don't think she'll win her on nostalgia or
So
anything.
who's
I'm
going to
just
win
saying that
this? So I would say Zelina Vega should, but she's not going to. But Shayna Baszler's not going to, even though she's the one that needs the biggest push, because they're putting her with Ronda and they're going after the tag team titles.
Right.
With the riffraff. So I don't see her winning it. Although they could do that after Elimination Chamber. So they could have Shayna win this, then go into Elimination Chamber. And then after that, set up the riffraff stuff with Ronda.
Okay. Harley says, I get my flu shot every year. Well, Harley, considering that you are a donor recipient, you probably have to.
Yeah, you probably have to get, like, you have to be careful.
Just to protect your immune system. And in most cases, the flu shot works for people, okay? And it just depends because...
I don't know.
It depends because they guess on what strain of flu it is. Like, they have no idea. So
Isn't
they
there
just
an
guess.
A and a B?
Yeah. So they guess, and then they're like, well, I guess it wasn't... If you get it, they're like, well, it wasn't that strain. Sorry, kind of stuff. But it's just what it is. Sophie says, I think I thought about giving up watching wrestling for a week at one point, but I decided not to. Robbie says, Ayla, you taking Sophie there? Piccolo says, I have an odd question. In the winter months, my mind thinks I need to wear socks all the time to keep me from getting sick. Is that just in my head?
It's just in your head. The only way to possibly get sick is to get a virus.
And usually how viruses are given to you is you stay inside a lot.
Right. The reason that we get viruses in the winter is because we're inside more around people.
Yep.
And that's why you don't have viruses in the summer is because you're outside as more.
Yep.
And you're spread out, a little more social distancing.
Unless you're in places where it's really hot.
And that's why you can get sick in the summer.
And if you're in places where it's really hot, you stay indoors because it's cooler. And what happens when you're indoors? You have vent systems. And what happens when you have vent systems? They circulate the air, but they don't circulate the air from outside to in. They just circulate the air on the inside. So, yeah. So it's a lot of factors, but it has nothing to do with cold.
Yeah, you don't get
sick from cold.
Sick from being cold.
Like so when your mama always told you to wear your coat when it was cold outside.
You're going to catch a cold. You're going to catch your death.
Don't go outside with your hair wet. You might catch a cold. That's not how it works. Like, it really doesn't.
That's bull poop. It's actually hilarious thinking. I used to believe that if I was dirty and I got a suntan or a sunburn, that it would be underneath that. And it would be in me forever.
Yeah.
Because my grandma said, that will burn in you.
Yeah.
And so I just believed it until I was like 30. I was like, I can't go out. I can't go to the pool. I just got done playing volleyball or whatever, you know. Like I would have to shower.
Right.
Like, what in the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, you're weird.
And I couldn't play volleyball in the sun.
Mm-hmm. Because you get dirty.
Then I would get dirty and it would
sunburn.
burn sand into me. It would be under my skin.
Forever.
Like it doesn't even make sense now. That's how I love beliefs. Once they go away, they can't ever make sense again.
Right.
And that core belief is long gone.
Sophie says, I like Michael Jackson songs. I don't care about the guy behind the music like most people do.
I love Michael Jackson.
Film says, here we go. We got a women's match. Yep. Pico says, maybe not a question and just a weird habit. It was like, sure, Sophie, want to go to Fort Hall? We can catch wild dogs and maybe get mugged.
Nice.
Robbie says, that's cool. Got invited to DJ at my Mates All Day Bay Bashin' for an hour in a month's time. Cool,
That'll be
man.
Awesome.
Sophie says, I don't get why certain things upset certain type of people. I see the positive side of stuff. Ayla says, it's in your head, Fat Lisa. I don't think you can get sick from being cold. It was like, Sophie, what does positive mean to you?
To be honest,
positive means good.
To be honest, cold therapy will strengthen your immune system to where you can't get sick. It'll actually make it bulletproof.
And if you're really interested in it, people look up Wim Hof. It's Wimhof. He's from like Sweden or something like that, or
anyway, Scandinavian.
He's Scandinavian. Anyways, look him up and read some of his stuff, and it's actually quite interesting and amazing. His information that he
cannot get sick, and that's the coolest thing you can possibly imagine.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're kind of interested in it and stuff. And, you know, the reason probably why you wear socks is probably just because your extremities might be a little cold.
I wear socks all year.
It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it might be because, like, your feet, not because in your head it might be because you think you're going to get sick. But it might just be because maybe in the wintertime when it's a little bit cooler down there, you get cold and it just makes you feel warmer. It's not a big deal.
All right, this match has started. Natalya and Shotzi are fighting over who's going to beat Shayna Baszler up.
Robbie says, Ayla with the TV doctor advice. No. Pico's like, oh, by the way, last week I actually caught a few KSI fights. I didn't realize he fought pro.
A little bit lately.
Yeah, he's been trying a little bit more to get more involved in it, like be more professional.
So he started a company that does boxing now, like Jake did. And so they are putting on, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but I think it's March 4th. They're putting on a tag team boxing match.
Hey, Natalia's not wearing sleeves.
Uh-oh. Natalia's pits are out. Film.
She's like wearing a halter top kind of outfit tonight.
Oh, wow.
Can we just look at Zelina Vega the whole time instead?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she looks.
She literally is wearing her lingerie out on the mat right now.
That's why I said she should win.
Like, holy crap. Like, what in the heck? That is crazy.
Natalya was going for a clothesline. Missed it right there. Zelina going to ride her over. And did. Planted her. Oh, slowest wrestling count maybe ever. Oh, look who the referee is. Imagine that. Zelina Vega just got manhandled by Shayna Baszler.
Film's like, well, Misty, I'm just going full on what's the show, Sister Wives. I believe that's the show, but follow on Sister Wives on every women's in WWE leveling. It was like, well, can you get sick from simply being cold? I really don't think so.
No.
Sophie says, raise your hand if you were victimized by dear Ayla. I was victimized by myself on a constant basis. And I'm proud of it. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I get victimized constantly.
I'm good. I'm glad that you do. Fantastic. I hope I victimize all of you. I hope you hate me. People's like, Sophie. Robbie says, D, who thought you this info, Dr. Phil? God, Robbie, why are you obsessed with Dr. Phil?
He's going out of business.
He's not even
guys.
a real doctor.
He is.
No, he's not.
He's not a medical doctor, but he is a PhD.
Phil's which means to your question is no, I will not kill my favorite female. Oh, you're not going to just murder them. I figured you were going to do it for the life insurance purposes and then marry another one. And then keep them in your basement and their armpits forever.
Ew.
It was like, raise your hand if you enjoy Ayla's company. Y'all better raise your hands. I enjoy Ayla's company.
Why are we raising hands every time we say something?
I don't know.
Weird voting.
Yes, it's voting. I can't raise the other one.
All those in favor?
Say nay.
Raise your hand.
Say aye. Nay. Because, like, we ask about your levels of positivity because we care. That's right. Positivity, bitches. Robbie's like, D, does these extreme tests you good folks can be safe at home? What in the fuck are you saying?
The only time I raise my arm is for We the Ones or scissoring.
Sophie says it took my aunt a while to get rid of her flip phone. Big Cole says, yeah, I was always told about chlorine and pool germs could get you sick. Like, wow. Oh, sorry. I was always told about chlorine and pool germs. Chlorine's like a cleaner, so I don't know how that could get you sick.
It can get you sick,
well,
right?
yeah, it might make you sick because of the chemical.
Like if you were drinking it, it's really bad for you. It kills your gut bacteria.
Yeah, don't drink it.
Which is the first stage of your immune system, but you're fine. I mean, you probably don't want to breathe it in either, but...
Yeah, Pablo Ramos is in the chat, says, hi, I am back. Hey, Pablo. People is raising their hand. Robbie's like, thumbs down for Ayla. Film's like, it's armpit time again. And Sophie says, I get a flu shot every year. It always comes before Halloween. Ayla says, my Uncle Larry told me when I was like 5, if I jumped too much, California would fall in the ocean and we'd all be unalived. I made myself sick for weeks because I believed him. I was terrified. No joke. PTSD style.
That's pretty funny.
Ayla says, oh, thanks, Fat Lisa. Sophie says, I got sick from one of the flu shots a couple years ago. Film says, yes, the Canadian armpits are exposed. They're not covered up. That's what I'm talking about. Robbie says, Sweden is a great place to go. Chris says, damn it, Sonya lost. Chris, come on. Like, we all knew it was going to happen. You can't be too...
The match isn't even over.
You can't be too, like...
Oh, that match, Sonya.
Yeah, Sonya lost.
Of course Sonya's going to... She wrestled Charlotte.
Yeah. It was like, yes, cold therapy helps with a lot of metabolism, immune systems, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Robbie says, yes, autoimmune, metabolism, immune systems. That's it. Robbie says, Ayla with one fan in the chat. Sophie says, I still haven't got that second or third booster shot for COVID. Chris says, let's go, Shotzi. Because I'm not a cold person. I usually have warm hands and whatnot. Then it's probably just maybe you like to wear socks.
She's going to stomp on her elbow.
Ayla says, hey, Robbie, one more than you. Chris says, Shotzi or Shayna doesn't win. I'll be pissed. Film says yes, Raquel Gonzalez and Liv. Bravi says KSI is a bum. Shame on you for paying to watch that crap. Ayla says, I hate cold. Can't handle it. Sophie's like, hand. Film's like, let's go, Natalia. Beagle's like, oh, I just seen it on YouTube. Just curious and wanted to know the hype.
Yeah, I'll let you know when his next fight is because he hasn't marked it down yet. But he's planning on fighting 3 times this year, and he's already done it once.
Ravi says, message attractive. Sophie says, sometimes I have no idea, an idea on
Jake
what
Paul,
show or
though,
movie I
is
want to
fighting
watch.
on February 25th.
With the people I live
with Tommy Fury, so that's going to be a pretty big one.
Yes, then I think about it and thinking 2 out of the 3 of us might like it. Film says Zelina Vega and Natalia, yes, gotta marry them. I was like, Ayla, don't be a wimp, put a jacket on or a hoodie on. Pico says, okay, raise your hand if Picola ever made you feel funny, like when you climbed the rope in gym class.
You know how many people didn't climb the rope in gym class?
Never had to climb a rope in gym class.
Exactly.
I never did that. Like, what do you mean, what is that feeling?
Something's touching you between your legs.
Oh.
But I guess, I mean, hypothetically, it could be shame.
I don't feel shame.
Well, it could be shame.
Picola, you don't make me feel shame.
Because you can't climb high enough or something. So I don't know which one that actually means. I always just figured it was a perverted say. But I guess it could be
shame.
Shame.
It could be because you
people
can't
aren't
climb
strong
it.
enough.
You don't make me feel shame, Picola. But if we're talking about funny feelings, and we're talking about tingles.
I think Vega just died.
Wink, wink.
Vega might be dead. Nope, she's okay.
Robbie says,
Zelina Vega's ass
did you think
is
Dr. Phil
completely
was a
out.
real doctor? Come on, DW.
And it's not trashy.
Why would I think he... No, it's not. It's actually very nice. Why would I think he was a real doctor? I just said he's not. Piccolo's like eyes, and Sophie says Austin Theory is rumored to face
Shayna, she's
Mania,
going to
but
choke her
I'm
out.
not
Here
sure
it
on
goes.
U.S. champion or not. I doubt it.
Shayna spills
What
to the
the fuck
floor.
was that?
This whole match has been botchy.
Chris says when my hand goes up, other hand goes in pants.
Natalia's going to win it, guys. And there it is.
Oh. What did I say?
I don't know. 7:24 is the time.
You were like, well, she won't win because she...
Well, she's old. Oh, that I should have known.
Yeah, duh. Canada.
So we still have on Monday, we have
Blame
Candice LeRae,
Canada. Blame
Reckoning,
Canada.
Carmella, and Piper Niven, or Dewdrop.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Films like raise your hand if Miss D has nice armpits. Ew.
What?
Robbie's like, do you tested out having wet hair outside? Actually, Robbie, I have. I have had my hair wet, and I've went outside in -degree weather before.
Yeah, I've actually taken ice baths.
Pablo says, hi, guys. How are you? Great, Pablo. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey,
nice to see you back in here. Film says, this guy, you're awesome. Love you, Missy. Well, thanks, Film.
Did they get a hold of him?
Harley says, I think everybody in this community are good and cool people.
Yeah.
They are, Harley. You all are, even though sometimes some of you, you know.
So why does the
Get on
tribal
my
chief
nerves.
have a weird chair? With little squares all over, or diamonds, or whatever.
It's his throne. Leave him alone.
It's goofy as well.
I'm kidding. Maybe that was the furniture they had in the back. I don't know. Oh, the gems.
Well, maybe you shouldn't just attack people.
Yeah, Sophie. People with COVID still it's a big thing, and people get sick. They think they have it instead of other things. Yeah, it's weird. Pablo's like, Zelina Vega is my crush. I can see why.
Well, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't crush on her? Sophie's like, I always wear socks because I don't like people looking at my feet. Piccolo, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the problem.
I feel you there. I wear them all the time. And the only reason I don't like to wear socks because I wear socks all the time. And so my feet are always kind of, I guess you could say, wet.
Ew.
They're never hard.
They're moist.
And so when I wear flip-flops or sandals or something, they dry out so fucking fast that I don't like the feel of them.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm wearing socks and flip-flops. That's how I roll.
It's gross.
I don't really do that. I could wear toed ones, huh? Have you ever worn toed socks?
I think I tried one time and it was weird.
I've never had that.
I don't really like stuff between my toes that much.
Just lint, for my socks.
So, I'd rather just go barefoot. Pickle says, I want to watch the Batista movie, but I don't know, it may be lame. It looks different.
So Roman's going to the ring to handle some business, and Solo and Jimmy are going to go eat in the bus.
Nice.
Not eat the bus, but just eat the bus.
They have to eat the bus. They have to eat in the bus. They have to eat the bus. Enjoy your din, my friends.
Enjoy. I'll get up with you later. So Roman's going to go in the ring by himself.
Chris says also would like to watch new Batista movie. Yeah. Dunkel is in the chat. Hey, Dunkel. Good to see you tonight. Says, hey, guys. Robbie says, YouTube boxing barf. Sophie says, raise your hand if this is your great YouTube watch-along channel. Hand raise. Yay!
Is there a
Philip
hand
says, raise your hand if Travis is legit.
Too legit to quit. Hey. Too legit.
It's not legit.
Too legit to quit.
Robbie says, raise your hand if you are raising your hand to stop. Phil says, this guy again. Oh, you're the bomb. Come on, Travis. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Sophie says, a lot of people do Dr. Google. Google says, LOL. We had a conversation before about ASMR, right? Yes, we did ASMR. Mandy. Robbie says, D, your mate Natty won. Yeah, she did. Phil's like, Natalia's armpits. And Pablo's like, come on, Carmella. She's supposed to be there somewhere, sometime. Oh, isn't she in the Rumble? No. What's happening with Carmella? Carmella's coming back. Is it on Raw?
On Monday.
Monday, that's when it is.
Piper Niven, Meacham,
that's right. She's doing the same thing they just did. Got it. Films like the armpit stripper. Carmella's going to be in the tournament. I hope she wins. Sophie says, I don't know why I have this in my head, but in school they teach you if you wash your hair every day, you go bald. I don't know if that is true or false.
No, it's false.
It's false.
But
it's not good for your hair. Let's just put it that way. It's actually not really good for your hair to wash it every day. It dries it out really bad. And actually what happens is that it will then produce more oil. And so then your hair will be oily. And that depends on the hair type you have too. Like, I just know that from like my type of hair, like if I wash it all the time, it gets oily a lot quicker than if I like take days off from washing it. So it gives it a chance to like have its natural oils again. Piccolo says, with hand, I'm raising this hand because I found it and thought it was cool. It's a pink hand. Is it part of like YouTube's like things? Instead of like your phone emojis, it's YouTube emojis.
Yeah.
Robbie says D should start an ASMR channel and say, Mandy.
The whole time. On loop.
Piccolo says, oh, I brought it up because of the tingles thing. Oh. You know, I'm not a big, like, ASMR person. Like, that, sometimes it kind of bothers me.
It bothers the shit out of me.
Like, it does not, like, give soothing things for me. I know a lot of people it does, but, like, when they do their clicking and stuff like that, I'm just like, why are you doing that? Turn it off fast.
Like, I'll be on TikTok or whatever. I'll be going through the wrestling channels, and every once in a while on the lives, it'll just have some dame, and she has
nails, and she's all clicking on the microphone and doing weird shit.
Or she has, like, a dead cat on there, and she's just rubbing it.
Right?
I'm like, can you stop?
Right.
Oh, wait, this is her channel. Let me go.
Right.
Like, if you stop doing this, I'd stay and watch.
Right? Can you just sit there? Not doing anything?
Like,
you're pretty. Why do you have to do weird shit? So if it's like, I'm a positive person, not that many things make me negative. Dr. Phil got his start thanks to Oprah.
Oprah.
That's why he's not a real doctor.
Oprah's on.
Oprah.
That was her thing, by the way. Oprah's on. If you can be like Oprah Winfrey, like we are, we're kind of like Oprah. We're always on.
Yeah, always on, never
breaks.
off. We're here all the time.
Be like Oprah.
Pickle's like, feet gab. Just kidding. Feet don't bother me. But I don't like them. I'm not like all, ew, feet. It's like, feet, whatever. Robin's like the Mrs. D's wrestler crush, really?
Can you imagine the text you'd get from me if I was a feet person?
Oh my God.
Hey, was just wondering if when you got home.
Can I look at your feet?
Can I hump your feet?
Are you going to be wearing flip-flops soon?
Can I clean your feet and then hump them?
Are you going to paint your toenails?
Like, can you imagine, like, that relationship, like, with somebody? Like, somebody say, hey, can I fuck your feet? You'd be like...
What the f... I'd be like... No. What? I'm leaving.
Just get out a red flag out of the back of your short, like, and just start waving it like the Confederate flag, Dukes of Hazzard style.
Right?
Drive off in a big red pickup.
Oh,
flags just whipping in the wind.
Pablo's like, Zelina Vega is so fine, so cute. So if it says, imagine wrestling gab on TV, oh God, we would be canceled immediately.
It'd have to be on like a pay channel.
Yeah, because this potty mouth wouldn't make, it'd be a conversation like this. Beep, 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 beep.
We're on a delay. We just have a beep guy in the back like, hey, is that inappropriate? Probably.
Beep, 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 beep.
I'm pretty sure that's inappropriate,
beep,
right?
Beep, beep, beep.
Did Travis tell black jokes? No. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. I watched this guy. He's a black guy. He came in, right? And he's at a supermarket. And he walks up to this couple, and they're older, right? I'd say like in their late 50s, early 60s.
Right.
And it's a white guy and his wife.
Oh.
And he walks up, and he's like, hey, you racist? And the guy's just like,
huh?
Like, what are you talking about? And the girl that's with him, his wife, black girl, just starts yelling at the dude. Like, and obviously it's a prank. And he's like, oh, I thought you were racist. I thought you owned her. And she's like, she goes off for a second. Obviously it's turned into a joke at this point. And then the guy's like, no, it's the other way around.
Right? Because that's true. Because she's a woman.
Right.
That's the only reason why that's a true statement.
And he's like, can I have some of your
Because she's
chips?
a woman.
And then she had a bag of chips that she was eating in the store. He's like, can I have some of your chips? And she's like, no, I'll buy you a bag, but you're not touching
mine.
Are you racist? The dude's like,
what
the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, you better leave him
Her
alone.
poor husband. He's like, she owns me.
It's the other way around.
Like, it's the other way around, buddy. Like, I don't know where you came from, but she's my wife as a woman. Yeah, she owns my ass.
Oh, you're his wife? Is what he says. She's like, yeah.
Well, that changes everything.
She went from like 0 to 60 in like 1 second with the protection.
Oh,
and then
hell
she
yeah.
turned into a nice grandma.
Yep.
In
The
less
same,
than 20 seconds.
I was going to
Like,
say, either the
went-
same or less amount of time.
Like, she almost gave him a chip. Like,
Right?
She was like, get out of here with your punk ass.
I mean, that's
right.
how it is, though, right? Like, your immediate instinct is to, like, protect as a woman.
Right.
Like, that's your immediate, is anybody who's in your life that you love, trust, anything like that, the minute that anybody, like, even says challenges it or anything, your instincts are to murder. Like, you will take them down any way you can. And usually it will be with words.
All right, I guess we only got 10 minutes of this left.
Oh my
Man,
God,
I
well,
thought we were
10
like-
minutes of it of this is probably what's going to happen.
Well, of course it is, or Roman wouldn't be there. Roman's going to go out and
No,
they're going to
I
close
mean,
it
like,
down
he's
with
still out
Tozawa.
there, just came down there all taking it slow.
They're going to close it down with Tozawa in the 24/7 title rematch.
I thought they got rid of that.
They're bringing it back.
Oh, cool. Chris says, oh,
Headline,
Roman telling the
SmackDown.
Bloodline to eat is what Yokozuna would want. Rob
God.
McLaren's in the chat. Hey,
Rob.
Rob. Says, happy Friday, Wrestling Gap. Just stopping by and to say, what's up? Not
Happy
much, my
Friday,
man.
boss.
Just watching the end of SmackDown
Just
right
watching
now.
Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief.
Film says, and raise hands for this amazing live stream channel, right?
Thank you,
Pico
great.
says, who is one wrestler from the Attitude Era you would think could be the best heel in the current roster?
70% of them.
Yeah?
I mean,
Which one do you think would be the best?
out of the Attitude Era, The Rock.
Robbie says, D,
But
I'm sure
Stone
Natty
Cold.
would come on the Gab for an interview. Probably not, but, you know.
Sid
Sophie
Vicious.
says, do you think Triple H will get inducted in the Hall of Fame as a single person this year or next year?
No.
Never.
I don't think he'll put himself in there until way later. I mean, Vince didn't put himself in.
Yep. Pico's like, yep, correct. Harley says, hell yeah, this is the best YouTube watch-along channel for professional. Chris says, I love ASMR, but I hate eating ASMR. Sophie says, Seth Rollins is rumored to face Logan Paul at Mania. Robbie's like, if D did ASMR, it would be soothing, laughing.
I
Thanks
looked
for
at
your
a
sarcasm.
channel today that was called Adult. It's what it sounds like. I thought maybe it was like a grown-ups channel, but no.
Oh, it's a grown-up channel,
It
all
was
right.
it was
the
a
wrong
little
type of
more
grown-up channel.
grown-up than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, Anyways, the only reason I'm bringing that up is because of the ASMR thing, and they had they must have had a microphone by it.
Oh,
it was all like,
oh God.
and I'm like, ugh. Like I didn't even turn it off because I was too busy trying to mute it. I was like, ooh, put a fucking stereo on or something. What happened to good old fashioned porn when they played music?
Oh fuck! Oh my God!
This was all like.
Stop it! Oh my God!
Like, oh my God!
Die! Stop it! Why did you do that?
I couldn't turn it off because the volume was too loud.
Oh my God!
Like,
do
who doesn't
not.
just hit
Look at
in?
my face, it's so red! You're so mean! Why would you...
Anyways, there's my ASMR story.
Oh God!
They ASMR
I'm gonna
good
die!
old-fashioned pornography.
Oh fuck! Sorry, guys. Roman is talking.
Not about porn, though.
He's really talking up there. Oh fuck! Chris says I like Doctor Exam ASMR and Lights ASMR. Oh, so this is I hated gym class when I went to school, especially after it. Phil says, oh, who's gonna win in that armpit deodorant match? Bailey and Bliss or Raquel and Aaliyah? Bailey and Bliss. Robbie says Roman's so boring. So he's like, I think I took a shower at school like once or twice in my life. It was horrible. Did anybody go to the bathroom for a number 2 at school? Sometimes you couldn't help it. Chris says, what if a super swerve happens? Roman merges Bloodline in the Hurt Business. Whew. As Piccolo says, honestly, high school was a blur, right? Like, Piccolo, I choose to not remember high school, by the way. And Sophie says, the only time I didn't wear socks is when I'm sleeping. I tried not wearing socks a couple times. It felt weird. Rose says, D,
Hopefully you guys are excited. Are you seeing this?
Oh my God, it's somebody's getting him. Oh, it's Sammy. Sammy is attacking him from out of nowhere. Oh, he has a new shirt? What's it say?
It says
Sami
Sami
Zayn.
Zayn over the Uso.
Oh, really? That's even silly. Oh my gosh. Chris says, is Roman or Braun Breaker copying off each other the way they hold the titles up? Maybe. Piccolo says Yokozuna wasn't even Japanese. Oh God. Isaac Wrestling Up is 2 or 4 hours of D laughing. Pretty much. Sophie says, I wash my hair 1 day a week. Chris says, Piccolo, no shit. Harley says, good night, y'all. See you guys Monday for Raw. Bye, Harley. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Ravi says, does the Hall of Fame mean much these days? No. Piccolo says, but when you were a kid, did you know? So it was like I found your channels thanks to your prediction show back in the day with Joe the Best.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. Those were the days. Back then. Phil's
His
like, ha ha ha,
channel's blown
lol.
up.
Robbie's like, oh, a grown-up channel, some jacking their sausage laughing. Phil's like, ha ha. Chris is like, people didn't watch that era when I was a kid, so obviously I wouldn't known either way. Robbie's laughing and crying, and Pico's laughing, and so he's like, I don't remember that much when I was a kid. Phil's laughing. Robbie says, Travis watching more ASMR after this stream ends.
No, no.
Not that kind. Vindicator says, all right, we'll see you guys on this grown-up channel on Monday when I hope Talitha will still be equivalent to a cherry apple. Thank you. Hello, take care. Bye-bye now. Bye then. Have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for joining us. Philip says, okay, nice pick, Miss D. Thanks. Piccolo says, I'm going with Aaliyah and Rock Rod. Philip says, okay, nice, Piccolo. Robbie says, Travis, any good ASMR channels you recommend? The adult one.
Uh-oh, look at this, guys.
Philip's like, go, Sami Zayn.
Solo and Jay, or Jimmy, sorry,
Go,
Jay's
Sammy,
not
go.
there.
Sophie says, wow, this Sammy Roman feud got taken up a notch. Robert Warney's in the chat saying, hey, y'all, what's up, wrestling buddies? Not much, Robert. How you doing tonight? We're
Doing
just
fantastic.
at the very end of SmackDown,
Got
my
about
friend.
3 minutes left of the show.
30
Look
minutes?
at that, the Samoan. 3 minutes left of the show. The Samoan spike from Solo. Sammy's reeling.
Film says, bye, Miss D and Travis. God bless you guys. I love you all. Peace out. God bless American women's beautiful armpit stuff. Robin's like, oh, ASMR porn. What a thing. Sophie's like, they ended SmackDown early. Film's like, bye, Piccolo. You guys
still going,
see you later.
Guys.
Piccolo's like, not at all. Not all ASMR is cringy and pervy, but then again, it may be why most males watch it. Robbie says, oh, someone flicking their beak.
Oh, no.
Doing
Roman
ASMR.
stopped him.
Oh, Piccolo, this whole world's effed up.
Is he trying to keep him alive or something?
We'll see.
He was going to take that ass to the face.
Robert says, I'm good. I'm at Drive Time buying a new car. Why?
Oh, wow. That's way cool.
Why are you at Drive Time buying a new car? What happened to your old car?
Isn't it kind of late? Where's Drive Time? What country or state are you in?
Sophie says Roman is like the Godfather.
Are they saying we want Jay? I don't have Jay. Oh, he's going to show up and cost Sammy. That's going to set up the title match.
Robert says, well, my car stopped working. Well, that sucks, asshole. Pickle's like, how much you getting for the old one? That's a good question, too.
What do you want? What do you want, Roman? There it is.
Ooh, all of your people.
Your wife, your child, your family, friends.
Ooh, he messed with his family. He gonna see him in an elimination chamber.
That's gonna be sicker than syphilis.
Gross. Robert's like, I had a car. I was just getting a new car to have 2 cars. Well, that's interesting. People's like, there's always a place that can buy used cars for scrap. Robbie says, D, you're a bad influence on me. ASMR porn sausage wallets. LOL. Dude, not me. What the fuck, man? I'm not the one watching the adult channels. That's Travis.
Oh my God, it said adult.
What did you think
it just
was
said
gonna
adult.
be?
Look, there's 10 of them. It says adult 1, adult 2.
Oh my God, I would immediately be like, yeah, porn. The minute it says adult, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be bad.
I just thought it was for grown-ups. It's for grown-ups, all right.
Oh, it's for grown-ups. Sicko face. All right, everybody, that's the end of SmackDown. Sammy got his ass beat.
Now it's over. Now go ahead and finish.
Sammy got his ass beat.
As he deserved.
Because he came out and beat up Roman. And then he got his ass beat by
Roman
the people
set
who were supposed to be in the bus eating food. They forgot what they were supposed to be doing. And he wasn't mad about that.
He told them what to do, and they didn't listen again. Nobody listens to him.
Nobody. I don't know why he even puts up with him. He's all mad he broke up his family, but in all reality, he broke up his own family.
With the breakup.
All right, everybody, that's the end of SmackDown tonight. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see what's going to happen on Raw on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Take care out there if you're in where it's cold. Be warm. Be safe. Take care of yourselves.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.